Yield a massive parlay with 56 odds. Let's break it down. First parlay, first event. Manchester City versus Crystal Palace, and for me, the key point here is that City themselves pushed their season into a situation where they simply can't afford to play pragmatic football or save energy anymore. After the 3-3 draw against Everton, Guardiola's side lost their status as clear title favorites, which means now not only wins matter, but goal difference too. That's exactly why we saw such an angry reaction against Brentford. At 3-0 with almost total domination and an XG battle of 2.96 to 0.24. At the Etihad, City are completely different animal. 12 wins in 17 home league matches, and many of those came through pure domination and control right from the opening whistle. And it's also important that City lead the Premier League in first half wins, which means we will almost certainly see heavy pressure from the hosts immediately after kickoff. Buddy, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post match analysis every single day and always try to keep my subscribers in profit. And I'm always happy to see fair criticism and your own arguments in the comments, because I genuinely read all of that. Guys, here's my Telegram and my stats. I work as transparently and honestly as possible. I even pay taxes as an individual entrepreneur. I am one of the few in this space who actually works openly and fairly. The link is in the description below. As per the visitors, Crystal Palace are objectively leading for a different tournament right now. A Conference League final is a historic event for the club, so it doesn't feel like they are ready to die for the Premier League results anymore. Recent matches show that clearly. 4 league games without a win, a 0-3 loss to Bournemouth, dropped points against West Ham and Everton. Yeah, Glasner's teams can still be dangerous through quick transitions, but away from home against top clubs, they struggle to maintain structure for the full 19 minutes. And the head-to-head stats at the Etihad are extremely revealing. In 9 of the last 10 meetings between these sides here, at least 4 goals were scored. City at home consistently create huge amounts of chances, averaging 2.7 goals per game. But defensively, they are far from perfect, which means Palace definitely have a chance to score as well, especially considering the Eagles scored in 23 of their last 26 away matches. So the scenario here looks very open. City have no choice but to attack aggressively because of goal difference, while Crystal Palace probably will not spend the entire game parked inside their own box. For the parlay, I'm taking City to win plus under 5.5 goals. And for the crazy parlay, I'm going with 1x plus BTTS at 2.1. First parlay, second event. Alaves versus Barcelona, and here I really like the angle through Barcelona's attacking production, because after winning El Clasico, Barca definitely don't look like a team ready to casually play out the season. Flick has a real chance to turn this title run into almost a perfect scenario and push the team close to the 100-point mark. And Barcelona's current form doesn't suggest relaxation at all. 10 wins in their last 11 matches, even with possible rotation. The squad depth is enormous, and the backup players are highly motivated to take advantage of their opportunities, especially in attack, where even without Yamal, the team continue creating a massive amount of chances. Barca lead La Liga in XG with 1.94 per match, while 91 goals scored speaks for itself. Away from home, the numbers are also very strong. 4 straight wins and an average of 2.2 goals per game. At the same time, Alaves are a team that try to play brave football even against top sides, and that could actually help on open game up. Yeah, the hosts are fighting for survival and their recent form isn't terrible, only 2 defeats in 8 matches. But defensively, Flores' team look extremely shaky. They conceded 16 goals in their last 7 matches, and against such a versatile Barcelona attack, that's a huge concern, especially considering the head-to-head history completely favors the Catalans. 6 straight wins and 7 victories in the last 8 matches in Mendizorroza, but I'm not expecting a clean sheet from the visitors either. Alaves score regularly at home, their XG is decent, and they have scored 23 goals in 17 home matches, while Barca away from home are nowhere near as solid defensively as they are at Camp Nou. So BTTS is definitely alive here. But overall, the difference in attacking quality is simply too large. In the parlay, I am taking Barcelona team total over 1.5, because against this defense, the Catalans should score at least twice. And for the crazy parlay, I am taking 1-2 plus BTTS at 2.1. Second parlay, first event. Lens versus PSG, and honestly I have zero interest in looking for a cautious football game here because the end of the season perfectly sets this match up for the open football and goal-heavy battle. Yeah, technically the title race is still mathematically alive, but everybody understands PSG are not giving the championship away anymore. And that lack of pressure actually makes this match even more dangerous for both defenses. Lens at home have played aggressively all season long, and even against top opponents, Pierre suggests side never sit back. They push forward with numbers. You can clearly see it in matches like Lille 3-0, Marseille 2-1, Rennes 3-1, and Monaco 2-3. In 4 consecutive home games against strong opposition, Lens scored at least 2 goals every time. But defensively, they no longer look as solid as before. They struggled even against Toulouse and Nantes recently, and it feels like they are finishing the season without maximum intensity. Still, Lens at home remain extremely dangerous. 14 wins in 16 matches is the best home record in Ligue 1. And against PSG, they definitely will not come out parking the bus in their final home match of the season. And honestly, that only benefits PSG, because Luis Enrique's PSG are currently one of the scariest teams in Europe, specifically in open football games. Even with rotation, they comfortably beat Angers 3-0 and Brest 1-0. And once opponent starts hovering up, PSG suddenly get huge spaces for devastating counterattacks. Dembele, Kvaratskhelia and Doué absolutely destroy open space. That sets back it up too. Since the international break, PSG consistently produce high-scoring matches, and in basically every second league round they score at least 3 goals. But at the same time, the Parisians themselves are far from perfect defensively, especially when they begin saving energy before Champions League matches. That's why BTTS looks very alive here, especially since Lens at home play fearlessly and know how to hurt favorites. But overall, the difference in attacking quality and squad depth is simply too big. PSG are capable of punishing any unnecessary risk from the hosts. For the parlay, I'm taking over 2.5 goals because this game screams open football and chances at both ends. And for the crazy parlay, you can comfortably go with 1-2 plus BTTS at 2.1, but personally, I really love the huge value version. 1-2 plus BTTS with both teams scoring at least 2 goals at 6.4. Second parlay and second bet. Getafe versus Mallorca, and this match honestly looks much more balanced than the table suggests. Yeah, Getafe are sitting in the European race, but if you dig deeper, Bardalo's team have spent the entire season surviving through character, pieces and grinding out results in extremely ugly football. In terms of XG, the hosts are actually the worst team in La Liga, only 1.04 per match, and at home they average just 1.2 points per league. That's extremely strange for a top 7 side. Plus, the atmosphere around the club isn't perfect right now either. There are rumors about Bardalo's potential leaving, and Getafe have already lost their last 2 home matches. Meanwhile, Mallorca look more dangerous than their lead position suggests. Yeah, away from home, the Michele's side have huge issues. Only 2 wins in 17 matches, but at least the Islanders try to actually play football instead of purely destroying games. Even against Villarreal last round, they looked solid and could easily have taken all 3 points. The team create chances, apply pressure and have players capable of deciding matches, especially through Muriqi and quick transitions. The biggest issue is still the defense because Mallorca already conceded 31 away goals this season, and against a team like Getafe, that could become decisive. But the hosts themselves don't really look like a side capable of comfortably killing games anymore. In recent home matches, they've also become more open and regularly allow chances at the back. So BTTS definitely feels possible here, especially since Mallorca have historically been an awkward opponent for Getafe. The last 2 meetings at the Coliseum both went to the visitors, and Mallorca also won the first meeting this season. But I still don't expect a crazy 4-5 goal game here. Both teams are limited offensively and rarely produce genuinely high-scoring matches. For the parlay, I am taking over 1.5 goals because 2 goals here feels like a very realistic baseline. And for the crazy parlay, I am taking 1x plus over 1.5 goals at 2.